Captain Jack Harris observed the planet's twin moons from the viewport of his ship, the HSV Defiance. Behind him, 5 elite soldiers prepared their gear and practiced silence. They were human, heightened utility military augmented nexus operatives, the best Earth had to offer against the alien threat that had already consumed 3 frontier colonies. "Time to target?" Jack asked. 17 minutes, Captain, replied Technician Maya, her fingers dancing across holographic controls. Unlike the others, she wasn't physically enhanced, but her neural implants made her the best pilot and tech specialist in the fleet. Lieutenant Tom, the team's demolitions expert, checked his explosive charges for the 3rd time. "Think anyone's still alive down there?" he asked, his voice unnaturally calm. Neural dampeners all HUNANs use kept emotions in check during operations. "Intel suggests survivors in the underground shelters," answered Commander Ellis, the team leader. Her dark eyes reflected the tactical display showing the colony layout. The swarm hit fast, but focused on military targets first. Jack nodded grimly. The swarm, humans had no idea what they called themselves, if they even had a concept of names, had appeared from the outer rim 6 months ago. Insectoid and hive-minded, they consumed resources and left destruction in their wake. What made them truly terrifying was their ability to adapt to human tactics with frightening speed. "Remember Proxima 2, warned Dr. Reed, the team's medic and xenobiologist. They learned from every encounter." Private Ben, the youngest and newest member, checked his pulse rifle. "So we teach them something new." The ship's AI, simply called Control, interrupted. "Atmospheric entry in 30 seconds. Stealth systems engaged, detecting multiple swarm signatures near the colony center." Jack studied the terrain map one last time. New Haven had been established in a valley surrounded by mineral-rich mountains. Nearly 30,000 colonists called it home, or had, until 3 days ago when the swarm vessels appeared in orbit. "Drop zone clear," Maya announced as the ship descended through clouds. No anti-air defenses detected. The human team moved to the deployment bay. Each soldier stood over 6 feet tall, their powered exoskeletons adding to their imposing presence. What made them special wasn't just the technology they wore, but the modifications within their bodies. Enhanced reflexes, reinforced skeletal structures, and neural processors that interfaced directly with their equipment. "Remember," Ellis said, "primary objective is survivor extraction. Secondary is data collection on swarm adaptation." She didn't mention the silent third objective. If the swarm had evolved new capabilities, the team needed to ensure that information reached Earth, even if they didn't. Jack watched as the bay doors opened. "Human strike team, you have tactical authority. Control and I will provide overwatch." Ellis nodded. "Strike team deploy." They dropped from the hovering ship, thrusters on their armor slowing their descent to the colony's main plaza. Once a bustling center of commerce, it now lay in eerie silence, buildings partially digested by the organic matter the swarm used to convert human structures. "Movement, 3 o'clock, Ben reported, his enhanced vision detecting shapes shifting in a half-consumed administrative building. "I count 23 signatures," Tom added, his helmet's sensors scanning through walls. Ellis raised her hand, and the team formed a defensive perimeter. "Read analysis." The doctor knelt, examining the strange organic matter coating the ground. Different composition than previous encounters. Higher silicon content, likely adapting to local geology. "They're learning again." Maya's voice came through their comms. As if on cue, chittering sounds emerged from all directions. The swarm didn't communicate like humans. They used pheromones and subsonic frequencies, but their mandibles created an unsettling sound as they moved. "Contact imminent," Ellis warned. The first wave rushed from the buildings. 6-limbed creatures the size of large dogs, carapaces gleaming with an iridescent sheen not documented in previous encounters. Ben fired first, his pulse rifle cutting through 2 creatures. Their armors thicker. "Adjust frequency to 5.8, Reed instructed, firing her own weapon at a calibration only theorized during their mission briefing. The team shifted tactics instantly. their neural processors coordinating seamlessly. Tom deployed sonic barriers while Ellis and Ben provided covering fire. Reed scanned constantly, feeding data back to the ship. Survivor signals detected, Jack reported from the Defiance. Underground bunker complex, 1 kilometer northwest. Moving, Ellis commanded. The team advanced in formation, their enhanced strength and speed allowing them to clear obstacles and engage swarm creatures with ruthless efficiency. 3 blocks into their advance, they encountered a new threat, a massive creature coordinating smaller ones, resembling a queen insect surrounded by workers. "That's new," Tom muttered. "And the reason conventional forces failed," Reed observed. "It's a tactical node. Destroy it, and the smaller ones lose coordination." Ellis didn't hesitate. "Tom, prep a targeted EMP. Ben with me. Reed, cover our flank." They executed the attack with precision born of both training and technology. The EMP burst temporarily stunned the node creature, allowing Ellis and Ben to deliver concentrated fire to its central nervous system. As the creature collapsed, the surrounding swarm units fell into disarray. Theory confirmed. Reed transmitted to Jack their evolving command structures, distributed intelligence becoming more centralized, which means they can be decapitated. Jack replied, "Get to those survivors." The team fought through 2 more concentrations of swarm forces before reaching the bunker entrance. Inside, they found 67 colonists, led by a former military officer named Gale. "You came," she said, disbelief evident in her exhausted face. "Human strike team," Ellis introduced simply, "extraction imminent." As Maya brought the Defiance closer for evacuation, Reed collected samples and data cores from the colony's research center. The information would be crucial for developing countermeasures. During evacuation, a final wave of swarm forces attacked, larger and more coordinated than before. The team formed a defensive line, allowing civilians to board first. "They're adapting to our tactics," Tom warned as his barriers began to fail under new types of acid attacks. Ben took a hit to his armor, the corrosive substance beginning to eat through. "They're learning too fast." Ellis made the call. "Final package, authorization Omega." Tom understood immediately, deploying a specialized device designed as a last resort. When activated, it would release an electromagnetic pulse combined with a targeted virus designed to disrupt the swarm's neural networks. As the last civilian boarded, Ellis ordered her team to fall back, then helped Reed aboard while Tom set the final timer. "Package deployed. 15 seconds," he reported, jumping into the ship. The Defiance lifted off as the device activated, sending a wave of disruption through the swarm forces below. They didn't all die. The swarm was too adaptable for that, but it would slow their evolution and give humanity valuable time. In orbit, Jack watched the survivors huddled in the cargo bay, their faces showing both trauma and relief. The human team was already analyzing data, preparing for the next encounter. "Message sent to Earth Command," Maya reported. "New swarm adaptations documented, requesting reinforcements for the sector." Ellis removed her helmet, watching the planet recede below them. "We'll be ready next time. Humanity always adapts too." Jack nodded. This was just one battle in what would be a long war, but today humanity had shown it would not surrender easily. "Set course for Alpha Base," he ordered, "and tell them to not fear." Human strike team returning with critical intelligence. The Defiance accelerated toward the jump point, leaving New Haven behind but carrying its legacy forward, the unrelenting human spirit that refused to be extinguished among the stars.